You have somehow entered into a strange vortex that will drag you in and hypnotize you. How's everybody doing? This is the aging hippie, Vegematic, whatever you want to call me. That's okay. I thought I'd like to go into the story of civilization and how we've proudly gone forward with our progress with the human race. Now, of course, you can go back centuries or you can go back thousands of years, but let's just say, take it from when the conquistadors and came and wanted gold and couldn't get enough gold and more gold and more gold. That's all they wanted. And they went back and sailed on their little rickety ships. You imagine what those ships must have smelled like? But I'm digressing. But then they came back for other stuff. And then more and more people came to North America for other stuff. Because there was land. There was land as far as the eye could see for the exploitation that white men had brought along with their slaves to the New World. And they began to cover this world, this natural world, with concrete because it was practical and it was cheap. So eventually, over the centuries, more and more concrete came, and more trees came down, and more fish were gone. So we decided that we needed progress. We had to move forward as a species. So we invented all kinds of labor-saving devices that ran on coal. And sure, a little black lung for the workers. They're expendable. It doesn't matter. After that happened, they began looking for transportation. So the horseless carriage soon came along. But what were they going to power that thing with? The electric ones could have done the job, I suppose, but everyone wanted a fire-breathing, gas-sucking vehicle. And the oil companies were only, one oil company back then, Standard Oil, right, began to greedily suck the lifeblood out of the ground. And if you could take it from the natives, well, so much the better. Ask the Kochs about that. Yeah, well, native land, they'll give them the crappiest land, but if there's oil underneath it, well, that's another story. So they invented horseless carriages, and they grew and grew and became more fancy and more phallic, more exciting. And lo and behold, suddenly the lead in the gasoline began to get to people. The lead in the gasoline was probably responsible for the destruction of more IQ points in the human mind, but that doesn't matter because progress had to move forward. So we devised these great steel, aluminum, round things, tubes, the tubular world began with tubular airplanes and tubular wings and tubular jet engines coming out of them, and more tubular smoke and filth and carbon. And then everybody wanted to fly on them, so we just kept flying on them. But flying and putting all that shit into the atmosphere wasn't enough. The sky was not enough. We needed to foul up more than the land and the sky. We needed to set our sights on space, the final frontier. Yes, we could pollute space as soon as we spent enough money. All the space junk is still circling around there, just circling around. And well, they're just going further. And as we go into the final frontier, into space, we will leave behind massive piles of garbage and waste, and like that's what humans do. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my short little history lesson there, but it's true. Humans, especially white guys that came over and enslaved people and committed genocide and did horrible things to the native populations, and still we continue to steal their land. We continue to screw them out of their birthrights, their language, everything. Yeah, we do that. And we do that as white people, I guess. And that way I can assume some white guilt and assuage some of it by talking to you about it. But it's true, man. When you think about what we've done to the planet, and we dug holes in it and polluted everything and plasticized the oceans. Yes, we do all these things. Do we think of consequences? Oh, hell no. We think of convenience, not consequence. You only care about convenience. From the dinner you pop into your microwave that comes in a plastic container, and you just don't worry about it. That's the consumerist way. That's how we've been trained to live. That's how we've been brought up. That's what we have to believe in. The Madison Avenue version of reality, along with the military-industrial complex version of reality also. That comes to us courtesy of the psychopaths and morons that want to kill each other. You know, it's just those people run things. They're the ones in charge. Hey, hey, hey. Let's drop some bombs. I don't know, man. I'm just so tired of it. You say, who gives these people the right to screw around with people's lives in any way they want to? It's all power thing, man. It's like, and anybody that wants power really shouldn't have it. They're probably the last people that should have power. I don't know. I can go off on a rant and tell you how bad things are up here in Canada with another right-wing nutcase waiting in the wings to become Prime Minister. Only this guy is really a piece of work, I'll tell you. Yeah, Alex Jones endorses him, so that should give you an idea. And then, of course, in Alberta, we've got this neo-fascist government running that province. We've got conservatives from coast to coast. And there's really, they're really good at one thing, conservatives, and that's blaming liberals. That's the only thing they can do. Anyway, I just thought I'd make this short little video for you. Oh, the last video, I have to apologize. The comments were somehow turned off at first. I had to go digging through my channel and figure out what happened, but I don't remember turning the comments off at all. So I'll be more careful with this one. And I was very disappointed too. I thought, oh, my channel's dead for sure. As soon as I uploaded the video and then I waited, I don't know, went and did something else for a while and came back and wow, no comments? Not Tennessee Jed? Not anybody? What's going on? So I didn't worry too much about it. I came back a few hours later, still no comments. So I decided to investigate and look at my fabulous numbers, or whatever they tell you is the thing to do. Is like, I don't check on that stuff, right? I just upload the stuff and then talk to people. And so if I turned off the comments, then there would be no point in me doing this at all, because that's the only reward I get from it, is reading your comments. I have a very sheltered life. I'm kind of shuttered in, you know. So anyway, it's a beautiful spring, and when it stops raining, I will go out and happily dance through the weeds in my backyard. Once again, there are buds on the trees, and we've got a couple of robins this year. I saw a bunny rabbit in my backyard today. Yeah, He's not afraid of me because generations of bunny rabbits have come through my property, and I always just say hi, and if I can, give them a bit of food. And I don't have a vegetable garden, so what do I care, right? I've got a mini forest in my backyard, and mostly that's due to like rewilding a little patch of land. And if you want your neighbors to hate you, then that's what you got to do, is rewild your backyard. All your neighbors will look at you in disgust. But on the positive side, they stay away from you, which is just as well with me. So I'd like to thank everybody for continually supporting the channel. No, nobody. I'm not asking for money or anything. I meant supporting by watching stuff. And if I ever had a chance to monetize it, I don't think I would, because I'm looking at it like a non-profit. Like, I wouldn't pay myself to listen to me, so why should you pay me anything? I don't know. Just maybe that's my lack of self-worth. That must be it. So peace and love, grooviness, may they follow you all the days of your life. And may you turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream. See you soon, my friends.